Tiny, tiny, tiny. Might even be a bluegill. Might even be a bluegill. Nope, that's a largemouth bass. Well, it's a very small largemouth bass. Even if you pulled a Roland Martin and held it up really close to the camera, he's still a very small largemouth bass. It is rumbling. It's thundering and lightning just right there. Probably should not be out here with, got me a Lucky Strike craw on there. Probably should not be out here with a 6'6" medium heavy Jimmy Houston lightning rod in my hands. But I am. I'm really not afraid of lightning. Whoop, was that a fish? Nope, grass. But this is not really smart, but I was out here messing around and just, I couldn't help. I wanted to grab a red man spinnerbait and throw it out there a little bit, but I grabbed this rod, first rod out of the rod box that I've got down there, that big rod box, and I thought I'd throw it out there a few casts and just see what happened or what did not happen. And what has happened is a little tiny fish grabbed a hold of my little lucky craw. Listen to that. It is stormy. Nothing yet, but sincerely supposed to be some serious stuff come in here. I'm kind of swimming that, kind of drop swimming that craw pretty much around on top of the grass, letting it fall, but not letting it fall all the way to the bottom. Not letting it fall all the way to the bottom at all. Just kind of swimming it and letting it drop, swim, drop, swim, whatever you want to call it. But not fishing it anywhere near close to the bottom, but fishing it close to the top of the grass. And it's a great technique to catch fish. Not necessarily big fish. That's right, Jimmy, not necessarily big fish, but fish, bass. It's a great technique to catch big fish. The only reason I said that is because I knew that was a little one, big enough for sugar. But it is a great technique to catch big fish as well. I'd not be surprised if I can't stay out here too long, because that is getting closer and closer. Most of those lightning strikes that I'm not even seeing. It's almost dark. I just couldn't help it. I couldn't help myself. I just had to come down here and do this. You know, if you risk your life fishing every time you go. So this might be, like, I know a lot of you are saying this is plumb stupid, and I've actually seen 3 different people get killed by lightning. So I really believe in lightning, but I'm kind of thinking that there's sprinkling right now, starting to sprinkle. I have to get out of here, but I'm kind of hoping to catch at least one decent fish. That's all I want, is one decent fish. Those are 2 tiny fish. I'd probably be better off with a big worm if I want to catch a big fish right now, instead of that little tiny craw. Tiny bass like tiny craws. Just one, like 2-pounder would be nice. A 2-pounder would be wonderful. But don't always catch big fish. That just doesn't happen all the time. It's starting to sprinkle a little bit more heavily, which means that also the storm's getting closer. The lightning is getting closer, which I really ought to get out of this lightning. It's really not lightning hardly at all. There's not many lightning strikes going right now. As the storm gets closer, they're probably going to increase dramatically, because that's almost solid rumbling back to the northwest, which is the direction the storm is coming. That's better. Oh gosh, it's not. He must have been in the grass a little bit. Oh yeah, that's better, Jimmy. That's better, Jimmy. That's better. Whee! Hold still. Hold still. He said, I'm holding still, it's you're moving your thumb around. Hold still, baby. Whoa. Whoa, did you hear that? That was God saying, Jimmy, get your fanny back to the house. Get your fanny back to the house. They're not always big, but they're always beautiful. And I love them. That's the way you give sugar. See you later, alligator. Remember, I sure do love you. Woohoo! Let's get out of here before we get lightning struck.